What's up, everybody? It's my second time trying to record this video, so hopefully we can get it right this time. Thank you for all the comments and the new subscribers and all that. Thank you. We got another one from Thomas Norflem, or Norflem 5472, and they said, make a video on how colder people are becoming towards each other and the lack of unity. I will start off with the lack of unity. The reason there's a lack of unity is because in the world of communication and instant communication, the art of conversation is dying because people can be in the same room as someone else and they'll be on a phone instead of talking to the person in the room with them. And people are on the internet arguing with strangers whose minds are made up and they're only being quiet in order to talk again instead of actually listening to what you have to say. The world is so politically divided and polarized nowadays that people lock themselves into these identity politics based on their race, religion, sexual orientation, and political side. And they separate themselves in all these different boxes, and it just helps us be controlled easier because we're too busy being divided and fighting with each other over superficial shit like skin color and race, religion. People are more deeper than just those specific things as human beings, and we're just easier to control that way. And outside of that political polarization that we have nowadays, decades ago people were more likely to set down roots and basically live in the same place around their family for generations, and they would have heavily established communities and thriving communities and just relationships very strong. Unity, right? Unity through community. But now, besides polarization of politics and all that, in modern times people move around a lot for work. So they're less likely to set down roots, and they're more likely to actually move around for the best location for their family or for the best job that they can get instead of staying and fighting for a place where their family basically already has established roots. On top of that, along with fucking really bad border laws and enforcement and shit like that. So communities get fucked up for a lot of reasons, which fucks up unity along with political discourse and social discourse and the art of communication dying because people are always trying to argue instead of actually having a conversation. People forget that you can agree to disagree. And it's all good. You can still have friends, but then we have the news telling people that, hey, if your family voted for somebody else, instead of being able to agree to disagree, don't go to fucking dinner with them. Don't make memories with your loved ones. Listen to us, the news, the fear-mongers that fucking feed off of hatred and division, and we're going to tell you to stay away from your family instead of going to enjoy a holiday. It's stupid. So there's plenty of reasons why there's lack of unity. Because even nowadays, you can be seen as a white supremacist or a nationalist or some dumb shit just if you're simply patriotic, you know. I'm patriotic in the sense that I like my country, us, we, the people, even the fucking idiots. I mean, you're free to be an idiot. That's the freedom of American. Our country is not the government and the military, right? Our military is not even the defensive structure. Them as people, yeah, they're a part of America. But the government that pretends to represent us, they are not USA. We, the people, as citizens and individuals, are the country along with any other country. And as Americans, even though they try to take away the guns, and I'm too crazy so I don't own a gun, but I got other things for home self-defense. I gotta attack bearded dragons, so be careful. But what was my point? Armed citizens are our country's defensive structure. The Second Amendment, to fight all enemies, foreign and domestic, the right to bear arms. Armed citizens, not the military, are our country's defensive structure. So even though it feels like there's not a lot of unity because the internet and shit like that, realize that the silent majority is the majority for a reason, because they're too busy working their ass off and trying to get through life to let any of this dumb superficial shit consume them. So why are people more cold towards each other? Basically, with modern social media and just the car crash that is the news, basically, they show nothing but negative shit nowadays. Even Project Veritas helped go undercover, and they showed someone on CNN basically admit that they were intentionally keeping the death count of the virus on screen just to make people watch constantly because it helps spike their ratings a little bit. They're literally fear mongering, and people watch a bunch of stuff like fights, true crime, shit like that. So based on just people being selfish assholes, self-absorbed people in their own little bubbles on social media, we consume a lot of violent media, or we're surrounded by it, and people sadly become desensitized. It's not easier to be, it's not harder to be positive, but it's easier to be negative. Everyone's a critic, especially when you live a fucking time when you're not worried about getting punched for saying what the fuck you wouldn't say in real life. Like, a lot of reasons why people are cold or they run their fucking mouth, outside of having their own little echo chamber on the fucking internet or whatever, is because they know they won't get fucking punched. So people are cold because we are desensitized based on the media that we've been consuming for the last decade or more, and everything's so polarized. People feel justified in like literally hurting somebody based on political beliefs, which is the definition of terrorism. You're terrorizing somebody, violence based on political justification, but okay. So there's a couple of reasons why there's not as much unity and people are more cold towards each other nowadays. Is because people are selfish assholes. We live in the age of the internet where people can live in an echo chamber where they pick a side and it becomes a mob mentality where they don't question anything, and they know they will get kicked out of the fucking church if they question their religion, so they have to, everything is right. Everything they say is right. Everything that anybody else says is wrong, so they can't even question that, which shuts down communication in the first place. And without communication, there is no unification. So, yeah, people are desensitized, selfish assholes, but at the end of the day, just remember that outside of people just being able to monetize fucked up shit for profit, the internet does not reflect reality or the real world. It reflects a very small portion of reality. And that's why the silent majority is the silent majority, because a lot of people are not actually like that, and we're just too busy fucking day by day grinding in and out, bill by bill, and we are not consumed by superficial shit to the point where we make it our entire identity. So hopefully there's a couple of things to get your gears turning, and reasons why I think there's less unity and people are more cold towards each other nowadays. And it's just a couple of examples. I didn't want to make this another fucking over 10-minute video, but thank you again for the comment. Again, thank you for anybody who subscribes or whatever. I appreciate that. And if you want me to talk about a subject, just drop it down in the comment, and I'll tag you in the video if I end up covering the subject. But regardless, it's cold as fuck where I am, so stay warm, and whether it's a weekend or the week, whenever you're watching this, have a good day or good night. And until next time, fucking stay awesome, dude. Dude and dudettes. It's like probably all males that watch this channel, but oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to assume your gender, but just take everything day by day, and I'll talk to you later.